James, how you doing? I'm still stuck inside. It's still smoky out there. There's a couple fires that are pretty close to us. So, my nose is running. I haven't been paying attention to a lot of news this weekend. I guess tomorrow's the big day for protests. I thought there would be some today too, but I looked and I didn't see any. Let me check again. Oh, A-Bear's got her chat up. That's good. I'm only seeing protests in Australia. Excuse me, Australia. James, what the hell? You guys have been infected too. And immigration. Jeez. 14 hours ago, 13 hours ago, 19 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 8 hours ago. Stop the boats! Anti-migrant protests spiral out of control across UK after court verdict. Well, let's check out, this one's only 2 minutes long. Macca! Yeah, I'm okay. And the fires that are close to us are on the other side of the river. But we get the smoke. Okay. Hang on.
Violence has erupted on the streets of Melbourne as thousands of protesters clashed. Police struggled to keep any order as a rally billed as a march for Australia was met by counter-protesters, with officers resorting to pepper spray to stop brawls.
Chaos and violence as anger took over the streets of Melbourne. Two protests shutting down the city as thousands flew the flag for their beliefs.
The reason for this march was not about racism, not about pro-white. It was about one flag for one nation, one people.
We were a great country until our politicians, bloomin' whatever, they sold us out.
The March for Australia group was the largest, beginning at Flinders Street Station and walking under an anti-immigration banner. Coming head-to-head with counter-protesters who claim the march is racist.
Standing up for mass immigration, we just happened to be walking past this way, so they all jumped us.
Police resources were stretched to the absolute limit. Officers on foot, horseback and bike, sometimes not enough. Eggs flew, flags burned. Anyone and everyone caught in the firing line. A police barricade stopped counter-protesters walking any further south than Collins Street to avoid further clashes. They then marched here to the steps of State Parliament. The two groups came agonisingly close to all-out war. As counter-protesters left,
"You're racist and you're hateful."
The March for Australia stormed towards State Parliament. Neo-Nazi leader Thomas Sewell addressed the audience.
We have to stop immigration and become a nation once again.
Tensions flared as the microphone was hijacked.
Always was, always be, it will be Aboriginal land.
Despite police and political pleas, peaceful protest was nowhere to be seen.
But I hope that people also understand when they're exercising a peaceful right to protest, the police are just there to do their job, and they're doing it in trying circumstances.
Sam Mills, 10 News.
God damn, what a shame. Fucking right-wing mega disgusting plague is affecting everyone. What you got there, Mike?
Nice weather for the festival so far, isn't it?
Never mind the weather. Why don't you report on something important like the fact that it's £7 for a pint?
Are you enjoying the festival so far, sir?
Sorry, I've no idea what you just said. I'm completely off my fucking head.
How are you finding Glastonbury?
It's okay, but I came here for the music, not to be surrounded by dancing unicorns with glow sticks blowing salmon-flavoured vape smoke in my face.
You've just seen a DJ, madam. How was that?
The music was shite, but the vibrations from the bass has helped shift my constipation.
How are you finding camping?
Not too bad, to be fair. At home, I'm going to get up for a piss, but here I can just stay in my sleeping bag and piss in a bottle, so that's a bonus.
Enjoying your picnic?
Yes, it's £10 for a hot dog, £12 for a burger, £15 for some fucking falafel, so I'm glad I brought my own sandwiches.
Very sweaty, sir. Have you been dancing?
It's not sweat. Some prick just threw a bottle of piss into the crowd and hit me on the head with it.
Have you taken any illegal substances whilst you've been here?
No, those days are over for me now. The only pills I've been dropping are for my blood pressure.
Hello, what are the toilets like?
They're absolutely horrific. It smells like someone's died in there.
Hi there, can you tell me the story about the crow?
Fucking hell, was that really there? I thought I was hallucinating.
Did your tent manage okay in the rain last night, sir?
I thought it had leaked this morning when I woke up, but it turned out I just pissed myself.
Are you enjoying the music?
I'd enjoy it more if I could actually see who was on stage. All these pricks waving their fucking flags about are really starting to piss me off.
Are you managing to sleep okay at the festival?
I've not slept for 3 days now, and I've no idea where my fucking tent is anyway.
It's the final day of Glastonbury. How have you found it?
It's been incredibly unpleasant, and I've felt very uncomfortable and unwelcome, to be honest.
Will you be taking your tent home tomorrow?
No, fuck that. I'm just going to leave it. It'll be too much of a ball ache trying to take it down when I'm hungover.
How's your festival experience been?
It's been great. There's more massive milkers on show here than there is when it's a dairy farm.
How are you coping with crowds, sir?
I'll tell you what, if one more of these little fuckers pushes me or barges past me again, I'm going to absolutely batter them.
What are you most excited about for when you get home?
I can't wait for a nice hot bath because I'm suffering from a severe case of disco minge at the moment.
Disco minge. That was good. Thanks, Miker. Oh boy. Let's check out more of this crap. So, old Donnie got caught trying to steal Greenland from Denmark. They're not too pleased about that. Ooh, deadly tragedy at Burning Man. Massive sandstorm. Hang on, I gotta check this out now. But that right-wing infiltration has been going on here and in other places, so not so surprising they'd try it in Greenland, but with more serious intent. Hang on. I'm going to see what's going on at Burning Man, or what went on. Okay.
It seems the notorious Burning Man festival can't catch a break, as the event has been dealt another devastating setback, and eager attendees are beginning to vent their frustration. Nevada's infamous festival, which has been struck with bad luck in its 2025 run so far, has been keeping fans updated as storms continue to wreak havoc. In the latest development, the gate into and out of Black Rock City was closed again on Tuesday evening due to rain and possible lightning. The treacherous rain and thunderstorms also forced closures of Nevada State Route 447 in Nixon, Nevada, the road that leads into the event.
Mindy MF Robinson, Day 3 at Burning Man, thunderstorms and whiteout conditions.
Oh my God! Something just picked up and blew into our RV! Oh my God!
If you are already on SR 447 heading toward Gerlach, drive carefully and ensure you wait out stormy conditions in a sensible location that does not impact residents or traffic, according to an update on the Black Rock City 2025 website. Gerlach does not have parking capacity for waiting vehicles. Travel time into the event site could take more than 8 hours. Plan your travel accordingly and be prepared to wait. In another update that followed several hours later, read: the gate into and out of Black Rock City is currently closed due to rain. Do not travel to BRC at this time.
Burning Man 2025.
SR 447 has been closed in Nixon, and you will be turned around. If you are in Black Rock City, keep an eye out for lightning, take care of your camps, and stay safe. The playa is too wet to drive. Do not drive. If you are already on SR 447 heading toward Gerlach, drive carefully and ensure you wait out stormy conditions in a sensible location that does not impact residents or traffic. Gerlach does not have parking capacity for waiting vehicles. Travel time into the events could take more than 8 hours. Plan your travel accordingly and be prepared to wait. Continue to listen to BMIR 94.5 and check the BRC dashboard and this channel for live updates. Closure comes just a few days after the playa was hit by a dust storm that saw wind gusts of more than 50 millimeters per hour. For participants sustained minor injuries, and the gate to the desert event was closed for nearly 2 hours as gusts pummeled tents and art installations. People planning on attending the event have since taken to social media to share their experiences on the journey. One hopeful attendee took to TikTok to share their experience of the journey. Speaking from a standstill traffic jam, the user, who, despite the circumstances, appeared to be in high spirits, began, "Burning Man 2025 over here, and I just drove 12 hours from Scottsdale and 13 hours from there, from Austin, Texas." If you look, I think this is Highway 447, and we just have so much traffic over here. But I figured I'd just take this time to just share, like it feels great to get stuck in traffic knowing that I'm stuck around a bunch of other people that really prioritize freedom. So just checking it out, like the weather is actually pretty good. It's in the morning. I probably won't be saying that next couple hours, but this is what's going on in Black Rock City. The clip was shared to X where other users weighed in on the chaos. One user declared, "Hell on earth," as another said, "Man, I couldn't imagine all that dirt everywhere." Somebody else chimed in pointing out, "They should have learned from last year that does not look like fun," while someone else suggested, "Nature is D off with this festival."
I've never been tempted to go to a Burning Man. Oh my, that's just crazy. So Jay, you have a bus that was command control. Hang on. I'm glad your son is okay, James. Jay has a 68 Gertenslager bus. Used to be the Orange County, California Fire Department's mobile command center. Looks like a big white and orange bookmobile. Your Burning Man rig. So you have been tempted and have attended. Pulls a 25K Whisper Watt diesel generator for the stage and has backup 18K Onan gas generator on board for backup. Don't go to the desert and sleep in a fucking tent unless you're hard. You're not hard these days. Best party in the world? All right. Well, I've been to enough pagan festivals to kind of have a flavor of what it's like. I've been to ones in New York State that were pretty big and crazy, but at least protected by trees and grass and close to stores and motels. The last pagan fest I went to, I stayed at the motel up the road. Fuck the camping. This old bitch ain't lying in a sleeping bag for nobody. Well, ladies walk around naked. Yeah, that's standard fare. The trouble is, so do the men. Ain't nobody wants to see that. Oh my gosh. I got to see where a friend of ours keeps his folding money when he's walking around naked. One of the many reasons I don't use folding money for anything anymore and haven't for quite a long time. Oh, Fergus, you're being cute, aren't you? You're being very cute. He's decided my laundry basket is his now. I put up a short video of my basket full of Fergus. You've been about 11 times, wow. 75,000 people in the desert on drugs with a sound system every 100 feet. The danglers. Oh. No thanks. I don't know, if in my 20s, maybe I would have gone for that. By my 30s, I was kind of little less enthusiastic, maybe, of crazy drug parties in the wild. I don't know. But people do seem to love it. So good for them. They're risking everything. Okay, trapped in the mud on day 3. on day 4. Just keeps getting better, doesn't it? Day 1 at Burning Man, 38 hours of dust. Oh, there was flooding in South California a day ago or a couple days ago. Hang on.
I need to get those waves. It's just the power.
This is what this looks like.
It only took a few minutes for California's deserts to turn into rivers. Families were trapped on Highway 86, climbing onto car roofs with water rushing all around them. Coast Guard helicopters hovered overhead, pulling people to safety as terrified children clung to their parents. Palm Springs was hammered with 70-mile-an-hour winds, power poles crashed into the streets, and entire neighborhoods vanished under brown, surging floodwaters. This wasn't just a storm. It was chaos. It was fear. And it left thousands wondering if their homes would even be standing by mourning.
Wow. Oh my god.
The most terrifying scene unfolded along Highway 86 in the Imperial Valley. What was once a busy desert highway turned into a raging river. Dozens of vehicles were swallowed in minutes, headlights flickering beneath the muddy water as drivers scrambled out, some smashing windows to escape. Mothers lifted their children through broken glass. Fathers fought against the current just to stay on their feet. Stranded motorists climbed onto the roofs of their cars, waving frantically for help as the floodwaters rose higher. Coast Guard helicopters thundered overhead, lowering rescue lines into the chaos below. From above, the highway looked like a graveyard of half-sunken cars and overturned trucks, water rushing around them like a furious tide. Emergency crews waded chest-deep through the flood, pulling people to safety one by one. For those trapped, every second felt like an eternity, unsure if the water would rise faster than help could arrive. Highway 86 wasn't just shut down, it was erased, swallowed whole by a storm that came too fast, too fierce for anyone to truly prepare.
Bro, like, look at this shit. Look at this.
Coming from the desert, as you can tell.
For 20 years.
So that's Aztec, and that is...
While Highway 86 was drowning, the Coachella Valley was plunging into darkness. Nearly 4,000 homes and businesses lost power as more than 300 utility poles snapped under the storm's violent winds.
Wow.
Entire neighborhoods in Palm Springs, Cathedral City, and Palm Desert were swallowed by floodwater. Streets became rivers, intersections vanished, and families watched helplessly as water poured into their living rooms.
Okay, well, I don't need to watch another 10 minutes of that, but gee, I didn't hear anything about that, even though I wasn't really watching news yesterday much. Caught a few headlines, but didn't hear anything about that. Yikes. When the desert rains, it's serious, but that looks cray-cray. Yeah. Just something just went through my mind that I was going to show too. Oh yeah, Canada's been getting sick and violent as well. There was a horrible shooting here, I believe. Biggest dust storm in years slams the valley. Whoa. Los Angeles in flames. Oh shit. Not again. Whoa.
Holy shit.
This is what FEMA is for. Not collecting garbage. FEMA and the National Guard. This is insane. And they were arresting firefighters in California. I'm sure you guys saw that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look, I've never seen anything like this in my life. Oh my gosh. Look at that. No. Damn, bro. Damn. That's a house.
Oh my God. The fire's right here. Grab the kids, Go, go, go. It began suddenly, violently, with the Santa Ana winds. They roared across Southern California on January 7th, like a jet engine sweeping through canyons. Flames sparked in the Pacific Palisades. At first, a local brush fire on coastal ridges, but then walls of fire climbing the hillside, swallowing homes. Within hours, another blaze ignited to the east, in the foothills near Altadena and Pasadena. Residents of both areas, separated by more than 20 miles, looked up at orange skies, unaware they were living through parallel catastrophes that would soon merge into one regional disaster.
Sorry guys, I must have freaked you all out. This is an old video. Fuck. I was just realizing, it's AI narrated, and how could we not have heard about all these people dead? It's something that was just posted today, but it's about the fires last year. So I apologize. Yeah, but I'd believe it. I mean, I'm surprised that it hasn't started burning yet. Where are the wildfires in California this year? There must be some. A day ago, vineyards assess damage as wildfire rips through California wine country. San Bernardino, August 31st. Time lapse shows massive clouds of smoke from wildfire.
Get Advil liquid gels for fast and effective relief. And conquer your tough pain and fevers with the power of liquid fast relief. Try Advil liquid gels and get liquid fast relief.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, I've seen a lot of shit being stirred about it. Doug looked into it when they first started up, but there was something that, I don't know. We were going to look at it again, though. Let me check on the wildfires here. Total of fires in Canada, almost 5,000, 4,742 as of 27. 7.88 million hectares, 2 civilian deaths. More than 140 in BC. Lightning strikes, hot, dry weather. Nearly 80% were caused by lightning. There were nearly 4,400 lightning strikes recorded across BC from Friday to Saturday, and mostly in the Cariboo and coastal regions. Kamloops, Prince George, Southeast fire centers also saw increased activity. Northeast had poor air quality. Special air quality statement for the region, expected to remain in effect for 48 hours. Potential expected to diminish while temperatures will remain hot province-wide. May manage to fare slightly better with some precipitation. About 40% of active wildfires are burning out of control, 20 are being held, and more than 60 under control. Jay, you got a new tune for us? Any recent recordings? Oh, there's my new favorite show, Our Plugs, Coach's Corner. These two ladies are great. I've been to a few of their lives now. Weeks like 2 years, big ship. Okay, let's listen to Jay. Always enjoy your head crab. How you doing? You posted it on my stream on Friday in the comments. Yeah, but I've deleted that. I'll probably keep. Hold on, let me start it again.
Say when I'm ready, you must hold on steady. We're moving on at lightning speed. Yeah, take a seat and wait until I'm ready. I'm coming, so hold on steady. Yeah. Ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, big ship sailing on the ocean. Say big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, there's a time when the seas get rough, the wind is blowing and the fishes keep moving. What are you doing, Mr. Man? Sit down, hold on tight, get ready, 'cause you're sailing. Ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Sailing on the ocean. Get ready, 'cause we're moving. Sailing on the ocean. Whoa, sailing on the ocean. Whoa. When I'm ready, you must hold on steady. I'm moving on at lightning speed, yeah. And wait until I'm ready. I'm coming, so hold on steady. Yeah. Ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Ship sailing on the ocean. We got to come over. Ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, sailing on the ocean. Yeah, there's a time when the sea gets rough, the wind is blowing and the fishes keep moving. What are you doing, Mr. Man? Sit down, hold on tight, get ready, 'cause we're sailing. Sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Sailing on the ocean. We got to come over. Sailing on the ocean. Whoa, say big ship sailing on the ocean.
Damn. I'm waiting for your first release of J songs. I'll buy it. That was terrific. Love me some reggae. Yeah. Okay, South Korea and Germany are building bidders for the new Canadian subs, and it's a Type 26 City class frigate. Frigate! I love saying frigate! Canada and Australia also building them on license thing. Frigate! Why only frigates and no destroyers? The Philippines could get 12 of our warships. Navy Task Force deploys for multinational exercise Trident Fury in Eastern Pacific.
Imagine this. 8 warships retired in a single year. 12 ships gone by 2028. Most nations would let them rust in shipyards, but for the Philippines, these vessels could be a golden ticket, a shortcut to building mine warfare fleet from nothing. The question is, will Manila act before it's too late? In naval defense, timing often decides the difference between seizing opportunity or living with regret. And right now, an opening may be presenting itself for the Philippines. The Royal Canadian Navy is preparing to retire an entire class of ships. These are not massive destroyers or heavily armed frigates, but specialized vessels with a unique mission. They could be exactly what the Philippine Navy's newest and most vulnerable unit, the Mine Warfare Group, needs to finally come alive. Let's break this down. Canada operates 12 Kingston-class coastal defense vessels. First commissioned in the late 1990s, they are small offshore patrol ships, but their real value lies in mine countermeasures. Retirement schedule is set: 8 ships in 2025, 1 in 2026, a 10th in 2027, and the final 2 in 2028. In just 3 years, most of the Kingston-class fleet will be out of Canadian service, potentially available for transfer to allies. So what can these ships do? On the surface, not much. They are lightly armed, carrying only 12.7mm heavy machine guns. They once had 40mm cannons, but those were removed. These are not warfighting corvettes meant to duel with enemy fleets, because that was never their purpose. The Kingston class was built around modular systems with a focus on mine countermeasures. Their crown jewel is a remote mine hunting and disposal system that can detect, classify, identify, and neutralize sea mines or even underwater improvised explosives. Think about that. These vessels hunt silent, hidden killers beneath the water that block ports, shipping lanes, or paralyze naval operations. This is where the Philippines enters the picture. The Philippine Navy has just formed its Mine Warfare Group, yet like the submarine group before it, the unit exists more on paper than in reality. It has no ships and no assets to operate. Worse still, approved acquisition programs for 2025 and 2026 contain no dedicated mine countermeasure vessels. Focus remains on frigates and other high-priority projects. The Mine Warfare Group could stay a paper unit for years unless Manila finds a shortcut. That shortcut could be the Kingston class. Yes, Canada may remove expensive mine hunting modules before transfer. But the story does not end there. The Philippine Navy already plans to acquire new modular mine hunting systems for its upcoming Raja Sulaiman-class offshore patrol vessels. Those same systems could be installed on Kingston-class hulls, restoring their role. Beyond mine warfare, the class is flexible: hydrographic surveys, diving support, towed sonar, and during peacetime maritime patrols, reinforcement, and basic search and rescue. If the Navy passes, the Philippine Coast Guard could benefit. With endurance and size, these ships could serve as effective offshore patrol platforms, adding depth to the PCG fleet. Here's the strategic math. For the price of one brand new offshore patrol vessel, the Philippines could potentially acquire several Kingston-class ships. That means faster training, earlier doctrine development, and instant operational platforms for mine warfare. And the stakes are real. In the West Philippine Sea, sea mines are among the cheapest yet most effective naval weapons. They can deny access, threaten shipping, and slow even the most powerful fleets. Possessing the ability to detect and clear lines would protect Philippine waters and signal readiness to contribute to Allied maritime security operations. The question is simple: will these vessels end up in scrapyards, or will they sail again under a new flag? For the Philippines, the clock is ticking. If Manila moves early, the Kingston class could become the Navy's first true mine warfare fleet sooner than anyone expects.
That's interesting. And I'm sorry if you're not as interested suddenly as I am. I just got high, and I started. China's subs are loud. So they would find, and that's why it was such a big deal to give Australia those subs. It's funny. I have a particular unease on boats because I can't swim and I have you call it again, dizzy vertigo, because one of my ears is smaller than me. Anyway, I have vertigo, so I don't do well on boats or heights or things like that, but of all branches of the Army, I'm most interested in the Navy. And I'm fascinated by the ocean in general. Critical minerals deal with Germany. Okay, here's about the subs. Canada narrows choices for new subs to Germany and South Korea. Okay, like Mike said. Strategic partnership was used half a dozen times as he delivered the sales pitch. Canada would be part of a family. Okay. We will perhaps soon get a better sense of whether that approach is music to the ears of Prime Minister Carney and key members of his cabinet. It was announced on Tuesday that Canada had narrowed the list of contenders to build the Navy's Marines to 2 bidders, TKMS and South Korea's Hanwha Ocean Limited. PM met German Chancellor Merz and participated in a business roundtable with the goal of diversifying Canada's trade and coming up with a critical minerals partnership. I just closed my damn tab. Anyway, okay, what Mike told us was right. Yeah, took 2 big hits off that vape and I shouldn't have while I'm busy pushing buttons. Well, I just want to give these ladies a shout out. Coach's Corner, choosing joy every day. Oops.
Want to go play Superman to a domestic violence victim.
Like
If
she
it
just
happened,
randomly ran out
right.
in the street
How would
and
they
he
even
saw
know?
her and woo, damsel in distress, and he jumped out the car. He about 85, 90 almost.
How would the person that wrote this article even know? His spokesperson. Cap. We're going to call Cap on that one. We got to take a quick commercial break while we think about how all the lies that are being told on a daily basis and people expect you to believe them. When we come back, I've got one good story, and I'll let Miss Morning start. You can start off, sis, when we come back so you can
Okay.
get Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes,
You are,
yes.
you are listening to Our Plugs, a community connection on WKRA 90.
Yeah, I think they were discussing big balls getting beat up by teenagers. That whole stupid thing. If you want to, go give them a like. Follow them too. They have some great guests and panels on. So since they are live, I'm going to go over and join their chat and listen to what they have to say. And I might join the Midas Touch too. So I'm not sure. I think our Twitch channel on Political Drain is going to be trying to air some of the protests. But I haven't heard from Herb Digital on Political Drain Digital at twitch.tv. Okay, wait a minute. It's twitch.tv/Political Drain Digital. Yeah, that's it. So they might be covering some of the protests tomorrow. If not, I don't know. I might try doing some coverage on my channel. We'll see. But I've got things to do and a story to write. And Jay, thank you so much for that list. You guys have a good Labor Day weekend holiday. Get to a protest if you can. And if you do, be safe, be prepared for anything. Love you guys. Stay safe. Bye for now.